Okay. Fine, we'll do this. I'm gonna share my whole screen then. Alright. Actually, hang on. I need to pull up my my script here. So, just a minute. Alright, I got that. Okay. I didn't realize I had it set to push to talk, so you couldn't hear anything I was saying. But we should be ready now. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Oh, and now it's giving me the option. Great. Alright. I was having some trouble getting it to share the right window, but it's working now. So, oh, we've only got a couple of people. So I'm gonna.
I was just gonna say, I was just gonna say, like, I was gonna say just the two of us because we're gonna see it.
Yeah. I mean, we got we got 9 people interested. I don't know, if not enough people actually show up, I might have to reschedule for a different day.
I'd probably give it like, well, I mean, like maybe, okay, so maybe send a server update saying Q&A is starting, and then just wait 5-10 minutes to see who shows up.
Yeah, I should do another ping. Alright.
Je should stream Halloween mode, Loki.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Well, for one thing, I don't have it set up right now. I guess I could, but I don't know. I want to get to the questions and stuff.
Like, just don't leak the test server password.
What?
Like, I was joking around saying don't leak the test server
Oh,
password.
yeah. Right. Okay, I hope I got the audio levels adjusted better this time because... Yeah, last time it was peaking quite a bit.
Someone asked if the 1v1 server would be updated.
Yeah, the thing about the 1v1 server is it's not like a huge priority for us, and really our main focus right now is on accounts because people have been waiting for those for so long, you know. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and get started with the, well, I'll start with an update on accounts and on 50v50. So first of all, with accounts, I've finally started working on the actual interface. We're doing like a full overhaul of the main menu for the account update. In terms of like the back end of accounts, like the actual functionality, not much progress has been made because, well, the people we have working on that are pretty busy with other stuff, which has just been kind of a theme lately. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. And as for 50v50, we've unfortunately decided to delay it to next year, for those of you who haven't heard, because we want to focus on sort of more unique modes. Because although our like approach to 50v50 would be something unique and not seen in Surviv, we kind of want to distance ourselves a little bit more from like Surviv modes. So yeah, if you look at the roadmap channel on the Discord server, you'll see like a list of basically everything that we have planned for the game currently. Okay, now I'll go ahead and get into the actual questions. So the first question we have here from TJCJ: when do we expect Suroi development to start speeding up? We don't have that many available people right now. So I don't have an answer, unfortunately. So I'm now a lot more busy with college and stuff, which leaves only one active developer, and he is also going to be starting on college soon, which leaves, you know, we don't have a lot to work with. Let's just put it that way. So unfortunately, I can't really say when development will be speeding up. I mean, possibly next summer when we get some more free time, or maybe for like a few weeks this winter between semesters. I'll have some more time. And also I just need to work on managing my time better, because even with college and stuff, I should be able to put more time into the game than I am right now. Alright, we actually do have a fair number of questions to get through this time, so I'm going to go through them a little bit faster than last time. Our next question comes from Exquisite. How do you plan to attract more players? Right now, kids can't access the game at school, meaning that lobbies are empty and full of sweats. So I think mobile apps will help quite a bit with players, like just getting an entirely new player base, because right now our player base has essentially been stagnant, so it's just people it's mostly people from the Surviv days. We very rarely see actually new people in the community, which is why our numbers have just kind of been declining slowly over time. We aren't really seeing many new people, it's just kind of the same people. And yeah, hopefully mobile apps will expose the game to a new sort of market, and it'll get us some more exposure. So yeah, that's one thing. And also I do think that accounts, once we finally finish those, will hopefully, I don't know if it'll get us more players, but it should hopefully get some people who are already here maybe play the game more, or people who like previously knew about the game and don't really play it as much anymore. Hopefully it'll get them to come back and revisit it to, you know, get their stats up. I do think that having those stats, having like something to work towards, is definitely gonna like encourage people to play the game a lot more. And also it'll encourage all sorts of competition and more clans and stuff like that. Okay, I've got some more people showing up now. That's good to see. And yeah, in general, I will just admit that none of us have any experience doing any sort of marketing or anything along those lines. So I will just say that we're looking for people who do have that sort of marketing experience. So if you have that sort of experience or you know someone who does, I encourage you to please reach out to me via DM, and hopefully we can figure something out. I really would appreciate some help on marketing stuff. And yeah, also mentioned in this question is kids not being able to access the game at school, for which I have been wanting to for a long time set up proxy domains to hopefully get around some of those blocks. I'm not sure when exactly I'm going to do that. Hopefully in the near future.
Can you unlock the team after?
Okay.
It's squads, like you can allow people to play with you.
I guess so. It's just kind of, it's already kind of, like, my main focus right now is not on the actual gameplay, it's on the answering questions. The gameplay is just kind of something in the background, and having multiple people, like, trying to keep track of a squad while also answering all these questions is kind of a lot.
There are actually 30-player lobbies, that's
Yeah, not bad. I'm not sure if it's because of the stream, but I'll take it.
Are you gonna talk about it or Halloween?
Yeah, I'll get to that. I think that there was a question about that. Okay, next question from Danzan. How can I help Suroi grow but I don't have money or friends? So, I'll say the number one thing you can do to help us right now, if you don't have any like experience with anything specific, is to just make content for us. Any sort of content, whether it's like a YouTube video or a Reddit post, doesn't really matter what it is, just something to sort of help get us more exposure, essentially. We've really been seeing like a drought in Suroi content. There's not really a lot of it being made currently. And yeah, just about anything helps. You know, it could be a YouTube short, it could be, gosh, I don't know, maybe a TikTok video. I don't know if we've had any like exposure on TikTok. But yeah, that's really the number one thing you can do to help us out. And John Mantle asks, when merch? I have been planning on doing merch for a long time. It's kind of been on the back burner. We've had other priorities. But I'm thinking that maybe around this holiday season would be a good time to start putting out some merch, I think. Yeah, it would be cool if people got like Suroi shirts and mugs as Christmas presents. That would be fun. And maybe even, yeah, one of the questions mentioned like a Suroi plushie. I'm not sure how we would do that exactly. It would be like some sort of custom order we'd have to do. But it would be fun if we did something like that. I'm not even sure what it would look like. Because like the players appear as circles in game, but like canonically, Suroians are just like humans. I mean, they're superhumans, but they appear like humans and not, you know, they're not actually spherical. So I'm not even sure, like, if we were to make...
Cash Brown.
I guess we could do a Cash Brown plushie, that would be fun.
Cash Brown plushie. I'd buy 2.
So yeah, merch. Maybe this holiday season, that would be fun. And next question from another one from TJCJ. When are major performance updates planned to release? So with accounts, we're going to be like reworking a lot of the game. And I do want to give some attention to optimization and making the game run as well as it can. And yeah, more importantly, testing it on lower end devices, because pretty much all the machines that we use for development are pretty fast. Like, Suroi's not going to have any trouble running on them. So I definitely want to do some testing with some older machines, kind of like the type of machines that people would actually be playing the game. Like some of the lower end machines people would actually be playing the game on, like school Chromebooks, for example. I want to make sure that the game actually performs well on those. And another question from John Mantle: when is 40mm going to be used, like the ammunition type? So there is a 50v50 weapon which might use 40mm. I'm not going to get into any specifics, mainly because I'm not really sure, like, exactly what weapon that would be. I'd have to go looking because it's been a while, to be honest. Okay, and question from Jay: collab with other IO game devs. So we did have that collaboration plan. I mentioned it in the previous Q&A. I'm not sure if anyone remembers, but I did talk about like potentially doing a deal with another .io game, but the person we were working with ended up being, well, I'm not going to get into what exactly was wrong, but let's just say they were not a good person, and we decided, yeah, not to work with them. Unfortunately. But yeah, if I don't think anyone in this stream is a .io game developer or really knows any IO game developers personally, but we would be open to sort of cross promotion, that sort of thing with other .io games. I'm not sure if any of them would actually be interested in doing that with us, but yeah, we would be open to it. Alright, and next question from Annihilating Fox: what happened to birthday mode? We didn't really have time to set it up this year, unfortunately. yeah, next year we might bring back birthday mode. If we do, it's gonna probably have some new content because, yeah, I mean, the firework warehouse that we had before was kind of underwhelming. Like, it was basically just normal mode with some birthday cakes that drop loot and then one new structure. It wasn't really... It didn't really feel like a big celebration, you know? So if we were to bring it back, I want it to be something a little bit more special. And a genius asks, is winter mode going to be back during winter, and will it be the same, or will it have some changes like Infection did? So it's kind of the same thing as birthday mode, where if we do bring it back, I want it to be something a little bit more special and not just another reskin of normal mode. I mean, last year we did have some cool stuff, but again, it was just like a couple of new structures and some new sources of loot, like obstacles. It wasn't really anything to write home about, and if we do revisit winter mode, I want it to be something more special. Alright, and next question from Pengu. When is mode rotation coming back so we aren't stuck with one mode for really long every time there's an update? So about mode rotation, yeah, we kind of stopped doing it because I don't know. I don't really have a good reason for why we stopped doing it. I guess it was because like we were redoing all of the different modes that were in the rotation. Like, we don't really want to bring back like harvest mode until we do some rebalancing, and the same went for infection and hunted mode. But now that those actually have been redone, we might actually look into bringing them back into the rotation. Huh. Notice how Suroi and I jumped to 71 players. Wow. Is that so? 71 players.
Because they're like tournaments and clans fighting.
Oh yeah. No, I guess this was a good time to do this stream then.
Well, that's funny.
Yeah.
I think it's actually because you're doing the stream that
Yeah.
player base is up.
Probably has something to do with it. Yeah, so about mode rotation. I think now that we actually have finished redoing a lot of those modes, we might bring it back.
You mind if I give a quick thought on winter mode just before you move on? I know you just talked about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it doesn't really need to be anything super special. Just like a slight change to the loot pool and adding some obstacles is fine. Because that's kind of how Civ winter mode was. And then when they added like a bunch of new mechanics and stuff, that actually made it worse. So I think it would be fine to just not change too much and release it.
Well, I suppose it is going to need some work because it's been a while. Yeah, it's going to be some work
Yeah, no, I
update
understand
it.
that. I'm just saying, like, you don't need to make any huge major changes to
Yeah,
it
yeah,
to
yeah.
make it viable.
I
Last
guess
year
so.
it was basically just a new structure and then the frozen crate with the ice pickaxe.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's not bad in terms of content.
This game just started. Yeah, my gameplay is never very good when I'm doing these streams, but it's, again, just kind of background footage. Okay. Next question from Inhaler. What will you do after roadmap done? So the roadmap kind of represents everything that we currently have planned for the game. So pretty much by definition, we don't have any plans for anything after the roadmap.
I think you missed one in there. It was about 50/50. Just like,
Oh.
when's the planned release for that in relation to other modes?
Yeah, I did. I skipped over that one because I already answered it at the beginning when I said that, yeah, it's been delayed to next year, unfortunately. And I don't really have... Like, there's a lot that I've kind of crammed into next year if you look at the roadmap. And I'm not really sure how much of that is actually going to get done and how long it'll take, so I really, unfortunately, can't get more specific than next year. Alright, and next question from another one from Annihilating Fox. Are we having another art competition this winter? I would like to do another art competition. It's kind of up to our community manager.
I'm kind of been waiting though to get a.
We don't have a community manager.
Well,
so like, so I originally wanted to do, like, because someone mentioned a few months ago about doing a one with like music, but however though, I don't know how well that was going to translate. There's some reason why I think like that was when Pra was still making stuff and like an Amy wanted to and wanted him to make the stuff. But I did want to do an event, but me and Craw were actually, well, it was me, but Craw wanted to help actually do like a competition. I was thinking either I was thinking either something on the competitive side, like so let's say kind of like squad versus squad thing or duo versus duo thing, or some kind of like form of creative expression contest.
Well, I don't know. Like, a squad versus squad or duo versus duo is... It's a competition, but not really the same sort of competition.
Well, yeah, I was just talking about like any event to kind of get like the members in the server to like, you know, do something together, you know.
Yeah. But I think, yeah, Annihilating Fox was talking more about like an art competition specifically.
Like, I mean, like, you can definitely do that. I just need to, well, not when I even set it up. It's just like, well, I mean, like, we could just make the banner, like have like a banner competition, maybe.
Sure, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like that'd be a pretty good idea, honestly.
Sure.
But
Just, yeah, as you said, something to get the members involved and, well, specifically something more creative. And it is cool to do, like, or it would be cool to do, like, a duo versus duo, squad versus squad, or something like that. But it's not so much a creative thing.
Henry, one of the developers is saying that they don't have push access.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll have to look at that after the stream. Alright. Next question from Lagging. How many players need to play the game in order to have solos, duos, and squads open at the same time? I would say that we would probably want like 75 to 100 players at a minimum. So that means at all times. So not 75 to 100 peak. But
And like, is this on a per server basis?
At the lowest. No, not. Oh, per server. Yeah. It would
Yeah.
be per server.
Okay. That number feels a little high to me, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, but we're talking about having all three solos, duos, and squads active at once. So we do
I honestly
need...
think you could probably just get away with solos and squads.
I mean, maybe. We could
Because
do
people want to be
solo...
able to play with their friends.
We could do solos and switch between duos and squads. I think that would be the thing to do if we were to do that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I don't think we have enough players for that yet. I don't know when we'll have enough players. But okay, another question from Lagging. Any plans to create a private 2v2 or 4v4 server? I'm gonna make some improvements to the 1v1 server in the future. Actually, like a complete overhaul to just add a lot more options, because it's very bare bones at the moment, and it's not even as good as like
Lobby system.
I think this Suroi modes was back in the day. I think it had more options. I want to have a weapon selector. I want to have, well, the most important thing is just a way for like custom links so people can actually coordinate more easily to play together. Like how we have custom team links, but for 1v1s. That's probably the most important thing. That and a weapon selector. And just having more options like, I don't know, permanent adrenaline, I think, would be a good option to have. So yeah, things like that. And yes, I forgot what the actual question was about, which is 2v2 and 4v4, which is something that I probably would want to add as an option, probably as part of that whole rework. Okay, next question from Blueberry Lem. When is desert mode coming? This is another mode that we have planned for next year, and if you want a more detailed overview of what's coming and roughly when, you can again look at the roadmap channel on Discord, which if you're watching this on YouTube, it's at discord.suroi.io. Okay, next question, another one from Blueberry Lem. What are the conditions on getting a job tag like coder, designer, translator? All you need to do to get one of those roles is to just help us out, make something for the game pretty much, and you're gonna be able to get yourself that role, and also a badge in game. So that kind of serves as a little incentive for people to help us out. Although right now I will say the main bottleneck is in coding, so we have enough designers and sound designers pretty much to keep up with any new content. The main bottleneck is in the actual coding. So definitely developers are what we need the most right now. Alright. And next question from Soulkeeper48. Will skill-based matchmaking be added anytime soon? And I'm gonna have to say no, unfortunately. For one thing, we don't have enough players to do something like that. I'm not really sure exactly how it would be done. Probably using stats. You know, once we add accounts, we'll have those stats, which would allow us to match people. But yeah, we're most likely not going to do anything like that anytime soon. And next question from Flying Fish Egg. When is the next building designing competitions for Suroi art like the ones in art submissions. So we could do like a building competition this winter, or maybe next spring. I'm not really sure. We could do it any time really, but it is something that I want to do. If there's one thing that we've been lacking in really, it's sort of events and things to engage the community. We don't really do enough of those, whether it's in-game or in the Discord server. We do have these Q&A streams, but well, I guess they do offer a decent chance at engagement. I always do the part at the end where I invite people from the audience to speak if they have their own questions, if they want to talk to me. And we'll get to that. Yeah, next question from Jeffy. Can you increase name character limit? Currently it's at 16 characters, so that's the maximum number of characters you can put in a username. Once we add accounts, that limit will be increased to 20 for people who have an account. And then also with accounts we're going to do like a sort of supporter tier, so if you subscribe and donate to us monthly, you'll be able to get certain perks, and one of those perks is going to be a longer username. So it's probably going to be like if we increase to 20 characters for people with an account, it's probably going to be like 24 if you support us. You'll be able to get some more characters in your username if you want. Okay. The next question from Santiago, will there be an event soon? As I mentioned just earlier, we don't really do enough events. That's really somewhere where we've been lacking. And it definitely would increase engagement if we were to do something like that. I've kind of been focused on accounts in the limited time that I do spend on the game. So I haven't really thought about any sort of events in a while. But it's definitely something I want to do more of. It would be good for engagement.
Juggernaut event, lobby clearing.
Not lobby clearing. That's only fun for a few people. We want something that's fun for everybody. Maybe if a random person got those lobby clearing powers, which is just like extremely powerful weapons. That could be fun, I guess. But it would have to be a random person. Oh, I actually got some kills, amazing. And I'm dead. Okay. Next question.
Actually, if
Yeah?
you think about it, we can do like a Juggernaut event with the developer vest, and when that player dies, the player who killed him becomes the person.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's kind of like Hunted mode, really. Sort of a similar idea. But anyway, next question from Poyo. What is your favorite Suroi emoji? I'd say the Picasso phase is probably my favorite. It's just kind of silly and fun. And okay, last question from the questions that I have responses prepared for. From Jeffy, another one. When will you look at all these suggestions again? So yeah, as I talked about earlier, I've been kind of busy with college and I haven't had as much time to interact with the community and keep up with things like suggestions and bug reports. But I do want to set aside some time to do that. I do think I do have the time. I just have to, you know, make that time. And yeah, to be honest, it's not something that I enjoy doing. It kind of makes it more difficult for me to, you know, actually get myself to do it. Which is why I don't. I mean, that's probably the main reason I haven't been doing it. It's not even that I don't have as much time. It's that. Yeah, I just have trouble with that. But okay. Again, as I said, that's the end of questions that I have responses prepared for. So now I can start asking questions, or rather, I can start answering questions from chat if anyone wants to ask any questions. You can ask questions in the thread in server updates, where I pinged people earlier to ask their questions. You can ask there, or you can ask in the actual text chat linked to this channel, the event stage channel. So I'm gonna give it a little bit for people to ask questions. And once people are done asking the questions there, I will invite people to come up if they want to, you know, speak to me directly. Okay. From Annihilating Fox, what level of seriousness do you want for Suroi? Like, if you could compare it to another game, such as old COD being very serious, or something like, say, Pizza Tower being very silly. So I would say Suroi is kind of somewhere in between. It's not... I don't think we ever took ourselves especially seriously. I know there are some people who are, like, extremely competitive, but I've always just seen it as sort of a fun passion project. So yeah, not especially serious, but not super silly either. It's not... I mean, we've got silly stuff in the game, we've got silly emotes, but there's definitely a strong competitive element, which is also going to be amplified even more when we have stats and stuff. People are going to compete a lot more against each other. But yeah, that's that. Okay, let's see.
Just a quick question, if I may.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the importance of realism to the game? Just like in general. Because it seems that there's a lot of split, like, thinking on whether things need to be realistic to be in the game.
Yeah, I would say there was a split. It kind of depends. In general, I would say that we've never tried super hard for realism. I mean, if you look at the game, it's a bunch of circles shooting each
What?
other.
No, you're telling me that this isn't realistic? Are you kidding me? This is like the most realistic thing I've ever seen. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No,
right?
I get what you mean. It's pretty clear just by looking at the game that it's not attempting to be realistic. But it would be nice just to sort of hear that for like looking forward.
I would say that one place where we've really tried to be realistic is in the game's lore, like making the story actually almost like something that could happen. And so in things like the gun selection, especially, we've tried to, especially recently, we've tried to make like realistic choices of weapons that are like you would actually see a lot of, so less super obscure weapons. Although I say that, but we did recently add a like super obscure revolver.
Yeah, no. When I have to Google the guns you're adding, you know they're obscure.
Yeah, we're
Why
probably
did
gonna.
we add that news?
Yeah, I don't know, man. We're probably gonna end up removing it. It was mainly one person that wanted it in the game, and there wasn't really a whole lot
This
of.
thing is so blasted. It's so broken, bro.
Yeah.
Like, even the Wikians had to question the gun's name was also wrong.
Yeah, that was not the finest addition to the game. But okay, I don't see any new questions in the event stage channel, or okay, we got no, just someone sent an emoji. Um. Okay. Yeah, no new questions in the event stage channel or in the, are you into men? No comment. Okay. Yeah, now that there are no more questions in the chats, I'm going to invite people to come up and speak. So if you want to if you want to speak to me directly, like in voice, you can go ahead and raise your hand now, and you can become a speaker. So yeah, I'm just inviting people. If anyone wants to come up and talk to me, you can do that right now. It doesn't look like there's anyone.
Somebody did just ask another question in the Q&A.
Yeah, okay. So from Pekka Tank, what ideas do you have around competitive, considering that we finally have an active competitive base? To be honest, I haven't really thought about what we would do in terms of... Yeah, I don't know. Like, would we officially... I wouldn't want to officially endorse any clans because that would sort of automatically give them an edge. I just kind of want things to play out on their own. But in terms of having things like private 2v2 and 4v4 servers in order to allow those clans to, compete more easily, that is something that I want to support. And then, of course, there's accounts which will bring a lot more competitiveness to the game naturally. Just having all those stats.
Well, I'll also maybe like adding some sort of like in-game clan system would be nice.
Yeah. Okay, we've got
Like,
another...
like the kinds of...
Okay, another question from
I love how TT's in
Mystery.
the same game.
Okay, question from Mystery. Will we ever get cars in Suroi? So I'm not gonna say when. I'm not gonna say what mode it's gonna be in, but we do have plans for vehicles. And yeah, just in general, actually, I wouldn't want any like big or high-speed vehicles in like normal mode, but I think if we're gonna add vehicles, as I mentioned before, if we're gonna add vehicles, I want our vehicle system to be like the best of any .io game. I want it to be like a highlight of the game. So it would be kind of a shame if we didn't have any vehicles in normal mode. But at the same time, unless we want to like fundamentally rework our normal mode, we can't really add any sort of high speed or bigger vehicles. So I mean, I guess it would be things like four-wheelers and I don't know, motorcycles. I'm not really
Horses.
sure. Again,
A gold sack.
this is all just kind of It's just me rambling, really. I'm not sure what we would do. That's pretty far off in the future.
Before you enter the stream, you should like do a leak or something.
Yeah, that would be a good idea, I guess. Okay. I see another question from Miss Cherry. Are there any plans to grow the player base in Suroi so it can reach more people? I did kind of address this earlier in the stream. I guess I can talk about it some more. Really, we need a marketing person. I don't have any experience doing any sort of marketing, and neither does anyone else who's currently on the team. We've had a couple of different people offer to help us with marketing, but they both ended up being, again, not good people, not people that we would want to work with. I'm not going to get into exactly why we didn't want to work with those people, but yeah, trust me, it was not good. All right. Yeah, I'm not seeing any more
I have
questions.
a question of my own, if I can say that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, what should we expect in the next update?
Next update. Well, one of our developers has been working on a Halloween mode. I think that's probably going to be our next update. I don't know how much of that I want to reveal here.
Pat, do you wanna tell them a few new things we want to put in for Halloween mode?
Yeah, Pep, you can go ahead if you want.
I was thinking of Henry like doing a stream of the mode at the end. But basically there's like a new structure for sure. And there's also a melee variation, so there's like a blood crowbar with blood in it, and there's also a new melee weapon which I'm not gonna leak now.
Dual M1895 over AUGs. Yeah, I'm gonna take that over the SKF.
Should we tell them about
Yes,
something that's
actually,
unique to the game?
yeah.
Like,
About the Halloween,
Okay.
there will be certain new weapons that will be experimental.
yeah.
So it depends on you if you want them in normal mode or not.
We'll make a poll, like, shortly after we release the new mode, and everyone will be able to vote on which we should keep or get rid of these new experimental weapons. The reason they're experimental is because they've never been done before in Surviv, so these are brand new,
Don't vote
and
for
we
the
wanted to
sniper
get
rifle.
community feedback on how these are going to affect the game and see if we can't tweak them to the player base's liking, you know?
Your account's leaked.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, I can show some of the work that I did on the UI. This is more of a concept, really.
The beta tag is gone.
It is, yeah. I thought about maybe making accounts like 1.0. I think that would make sense.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
yeah.
This is not the final
I would
design.
say for 1.0, you should at least have some progression along with accounts.
This is
Like
not-
something that people can unlock.
That was planned, if I recall correctly, like achievements and stuff, and
Yeah,
like a
good.
progression system where you unlock things.
This is not. It's not displaying correctly. I'll have to fix that. But you can sort of see how I've combined the team menu with the play menu. Yeah, the current. The
Any
Yeah.
reason
current.
is the play solo button only there for just like this patch? Or is there only going to be one mode available, like only one mode button available at a time?
Well, that's kind of the way that I've designed it because I think for the foreseeable future there probably isn't. There probably aren't going to be multiple modes running at the same
Hmm.
time.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the current design of the team, um, the interface is really not good because you basically can't change anything when you're in a team because it's sort of a dialogue. So this design would unify things a little more. And these buttons at the top, um, this would be sort of like a tabbed interface. So like when you click on this, it would show the loadout menu here in the center, as opposed to being a dialogue.
Does it do anything right now?
No, it doesn't. But yeah, this is very much not final. It's just sort of me doing some experimenting, like with sort of what the interface could look like. Okay. So once again, all right, we've got one more question from Happy One Speed. Will the new Halloween mode contribute anything to normal mode? I wouldn't say so. There is a new melee weapon, as Pap mentioned, which would be in infection mode. That would be part of the rotation. But in terms of normal mode, there's really nothing.
There is actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the experimental weapons that Skullboy said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
But that's up to the player base if they want to keep those weapons or not.
All right.
We'll have. So should I say how many we do have right now?
Just how many? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 right now. I'm not going to say what they are, but we're going to have separate polls for each of them when they get introduced. We might have to increase their drop rate so that other people can play around with them and actually participate in the poll, though. So, I don't know. We already do have that guaranteed thing that allows the players to almost guarantee that they can get it. You know, the,
You got to spawn well for that.
yeah. Well, you can fight your way for it, but
Yeah.
other than that,
I mean, you're just saying there's one guaranteed per match. It would be nice to do that with the other one.
yeah.
Just give it like a static spawn point.
I mean, the new building, because we already leaked that there's going to be a new building for Halloween, so we maybe, I don't know, it's not decided. Like, we have less than, well, let me check the date. Okay, so it's the 4th. We have like 3.5 weeks until October 31st.
Are you talking about the spawning?
Yeah. We
Well,
could.
actually, the graveyard spawns one of these,
Mm-hmm.
and the new airdrop, which I'm not gonna leak.
Mm. I don't know.
All right.
Henry, if you want, you can like pull up the Halloween map.
I suppose I could. All right. All right. We'll do that, and then we'll end the stream there. Unless I'm just gonna offer right now. If anyone wants to come up and speak, you can just raise your hand, and we'll make you a speaker. But right now I'm gonna go ahead and do a little leak of Halloween mode, and then we'll end the stream there. Alright, let's see here. Let me just double check everything in a different tab before I actually
Show anything?
yeah, show on screen. Did I not? I never started the server. Okay. Just a minute.
Oh, someone asked if yeah, we are working on raycasting for melee weapons, so you will be able to hit multiple things at once.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna finally be doing that. Alright, let's see here.
You not set it to.
Oh,
You did not set it to
yeah, hang
Halloween
on.
mode.
Man, I
Can you
don't
check?
know.
Can you?
I don't know why you keep changing the default mode in constants. That's not
You can
supposed
change.
to be changed.
You can change the map from config.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying you shouldn't be changing the default mode. Okay, I
Can you
guess.
check dev real quick?
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess I'm not gonna get super into it. I'm just gonna like show the map and stuff, just for a little bit. Spooky. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there. So I'm just gonna say one last time, if anyone wants to, you can ask questions in the text chat in either the thread in server updates or in the event stage channel, the text chat, or you can raise your hand if you'd like to come up and speak. I'll just give it like, I don't know, 30 more seconds. If you have any more questions or if you want to speak, you can do that now. Otherwise, I'm going to be ending the stream here in a little bit. Alright, well, I think that's all. So, yeah, it was good seeing you all. We had a pretty good turnout. And yeah, I'll see you guys in. I think actually I want to do a I want to do like a beta test stream. Like when I do actually set up a public beta test. Yeah, I'll stream myself playing it and sort of give you guys an opportunity to like report any bugs or give any feedback that you might have about it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream there, and I'll see y'all then.